Hello, my crafty friends. I was going to kind of do an update on the scavenger hunt 2018 journal that I'm working on. This one, I've got almost everything now except three things. I don't have a fortune from a fortune cookie. I don't have airline luggage tags, and I don't have a page from lettering practice. But I will get those before March 1st. I'm not worried about it. But I did want to show um, some kind of what I've done since the last time we went through this. So I'm not going to talk about each page. I'm just going to flip through till I find a page that was new um, that I didn't have before and show you that. This is the celebrity that you love or hate. I don't hate anybody. There are people I respect more than others, but I remember when I was a kid and somebody would say, I hate so and so. Don't you just hate them? And I would say, no, I don't hate anybody but the devil. But I do like Morgan Freeman more than most actors. He is one of my favorite actors, and so I put him down here. Um, so I've got that page done finally, and these pages I've had. I did some doodling on my security envelope while I was watching a movie with my family. And one thing I want to point out is that I've been trying to fill up pages, but Janet didn't say you have to fill up a page with these things. She just said you have to find at least one of these things. So I'm not going to fret if March 1st gets here and I don't have a page full of tags like this. This is receipts from a hobby store. Um, I'm not going to fret if I don't have a page full of something. I like full pages, and so I'm trying when I can. I'm doing full pages, but it's not. But like this, that probably won't be a full page. I got something on there, and so I fulfill the requirement. But it's not. I may come back and decorate around that a little bit. Like on this one, this is a pop top, and I'm not sure if it's like the thing you flip back and forth on a can to open a can of soda, or this is the pop top off of a Pringles can. Some people said they were using um, the caps that you pop off of a bottle of Coke or whatever, and I don't have any of those things. So I did have this, and so I put it in here, and I hope it'll count. Um, but you don't have a whole page full of everything. This is a photo of someone you love, and these are my kids. This is actually 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago. This picture is from when it's their first school picture. We homeschool, and so we don't have school pictures every year, but this year Ethan was 6 and Hannah was 3, and we went to a little convention, and they had a little booth set up where they would take your picture, take your kids' pictures for school pictures, and this was that school picture. Um, Neither one of my kids really like to have their pictures made, so we don't have a whole ton of professional type pictures. Most of our pictures are just snapshots that we took ourselves. But I just love that when they look so sweet, and that was when we were, beginning this journey, and now they're 15 and 18. So that picture, I just love that picture, so I stuck it down there. 27, I don't have yet. I thought I had everything on this side. What is 27? Oh, a recipe from the supermarket. I need to remember that I don't have that one too. I've got these marks on the things that I don't have in here yet. But most of these things I already did. Here's my page of doodles. It said doodles, lots of doodles. So I was not feeling very inspired, but I wanted to doodle, so I just wrote doodle a bunch, and then I doodled around the doodles. Um, this one is a favorite quote, and I have a ton of favorite quotes, but I had these three. I have a bunch more by this same Dr. Joe Barnett, but I really liked them, and this day they were the ones that I picked out as my favorites. The first one says, "Your past ends at the cross, and your future begins at the empty tomb. And I think we should live our life that way. This next one says, the contented person is never poor, and the discontented person is never rich. And the third one says, you don't become what you are capable of being by remaining what you are. So I liked all of those, and I put them in here. Most of these I had already done. I did do, I colored a plaid page. Let's see. 41 is fortune cookie fortunes. I don't have those in here. My kids will be happy to get to eat some fortune cookies, though, so I'll need to go get that. Like I said, most of these I already had, but in the last time I went through, I showed some of them. This one is headlines, newspaper headlines. And so I just kind of made a tree out of some newspaper headlines. This one says Rush LASIK. It doesn't mean hurry. It means Dr. Rush does LASIK surgery. But anyway, this one says exercise your brain. This one says home stretch. This one says Fort Worth paper currency plant keeps rolling out the cash. And this one says the best 10 seconds of your life. So those were interesting. So I put them in here. This one I'm going to do while we're talking here in a minute. I'll come back and do this one. This is the fingernail polish one page, something on fingernail with fingernail polish on it that I made the buttons with last time. And so I'm going to come back and work on that for a few minutes before we go. Oh, this one is the airline tag I don't have. And this one is lyrics from your favorite song. And my favorite song is by H.G. Let's see, Spafford or Spafford or Spalford. I'm not sure exactly. It's hard for me to read. But the song is It Is Well With My Soul. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. My sin, oh the bliss of this glorious thought, my sin, not in part, but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, O my soul. And Lord, haste the day when faith shall be sight, when the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. And I just love that song. I love being able to have peace and about my soul and what's going to happen to me when I die. And that is not in any way because of me being such a great person, because I sin just like everyone else does, but because of the grace of Jesus. And anyway, that is my favorite song, has been for years and years. Let's see, what else did I do that's new? Oh, I put my family tree in here. This starts with my grandparents and then my mother's side of the family, my grandparents and her brothers and sisters and her, and then their children and some of the grandchildren, some of the great grandchildren, I guess, of my grandparents. My daughter Hannah wasn't in here, and neither were my nieces and nephews because this page was made in 2001 to give to my grandmother. But I added them in. I just made a copy of that page and added them in. When my grandmother passed away, I got to keep the scrapbook that all of my cousins and I had made pages for her in the scrapbook. And so this came out of that scrapbook. Page 60 that I don't have yet is lettering practice. And I just have a few on here. This is another one that probably won't be full. And 63 is the matchbook cover, and I made a copy inside and out of the one matchbook I have and put in here. And I thought how difficult it was for me to find that, and so I just thought I would show people if you can't find a matchbook cover. Of course, you might could find one. I don't go places where there are matchbooks just laying around, but if you want one that's interesting, and she said you could make your own if you couldn't find something, you could make one of these little matchbook cover notepads. So I made one just to stick in here and to show, but you just, cut a piece of paper and fold it like a matchbook, cut some more little pieces of paper, and I did jelly prints, and then staple it, and you've got your matchbook cover pad you can stick in your scrapbook, your scavenger hunt book. So I'm gonna stick this in while I'm thinking about it. So you could make you a matchbook cover out of jelly prints. That's what I did. And then if you want to come back later, you can do stuff inside it. But see if there's anything else new. I need to add some more butterflies. Surely I can find some more butterflies. Page 69, the thing you're grateful for. And I'm grateful for my Jesus who gave me my family and my friends and all the good things I have. And then something that says me. And this is a jelly wipe off sheet where I used my little shaped jelly plates that I made out of a big jelly plate that I got at the thrift store. And I cut it into a triangle and small circle and big circle and a rectangle and a square. Anyway, I just used those on wipe off paper. And so I cut some of that wipe off paper and put in here. It says I'm a Christian, a wife, a mom, a daughter, a friend, a sister, a teacher, and a creator. Um, so that's my update here, except for I do want to play with the fingernail polish a little bit. These are the buttons that I dipped in fingernail polish and made marbled buttons, and I want to put them on here. But I thought it might be fun to paint some flowers with fingernail polish also. So I'm going to get out some fingernail polish. They're not going to be fancy art at all. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I probably nothing I do is fancy art, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. But I've had fun. And one reason I do videos is because I want people to see that you don't have to be an amazing artist to enjoy creating. And let me put something under this just in case, so I don't go off the side of the page or stick the page down to the next page or something like that. Oh, that's not very good. Let's try this way. It'll be a little bit better. Okay. And so let's start with some normal flowers. We'll do one in this kind of a metallic-y red, very pretty color. Reminds me of the roses that my husband got me for Valentine's Day, and that was a lot of fun. I love flowers. So we'll just make a big flower. One thing I want to do with this is make flowers that are contrast with the buttons. Make the button as my center for the flowers. And so this we'll find a good button to be at the center of this flower. And there's that. And let's find a button that they think will maybe show up pretty in there for the center. How about this one? That looks good. We'll see if we can maybe get it to stick on with some fingernail polish here. All right. See, quick and easy fingernail polish on something for your scavenger hunt book. All right, let's see what else do we want to do. Oh, let's do some of these. I kind of like this color. Uh-oh. I had to change the shape of the flower because my drippy fingernail polish. Oops. I tell you this, I dropped this in the marbling when I was marbling the buttons. It's not easy to hold on to. Okay. And let's choose a button to go there. I think I'm going to put this button on there. I think I'm going to need some different kind of glue for this one though, because it's really indented. All right. Woo! Too much glue, too much glue, too much glue. Okay. How am I going to fix that? Okay, let's see if we can. Without ruining my flower. I want to ruin my flower. All right, we're just going to leave it like that and hope it works out okay. And what other flower do I want to make? Let's make one with this gold. And let's choose a button to go on top of that. How about this one? Hopefully that glue will dry clear and that won't show up, but I'll paint some more gold over it if it does. Okay, let's just put a little bit more gold there. See if we can fix that. Okay. Let's do a purple one. Let's see if we can kind of make something more. Rose petalish or something. I don't know, something different anyway. As you can see, I'm not that great of a flower painter, especially with fingernail polish. But she didn't say it had to be great art. She just said put fingernail polish on something. I think this qualifies as putting fingernail polish on something. Okay. I think I like that. These weird little bottles that have two colors in them. Kind of awkward to work with. Okay. Now then, this is kind of a blue-green, but I'm going to use it to make my stems and my leaves with. Let's see if we can, if that'll turn out decent at all here. So we'll start with this one. Oh, that looks black, doesn't it? Well, I don't really think I like that, but I've started, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Maybe we'll just use it for the stems and then do some different green for the leaves. All right, that is really ugly. Oh my goodness gracious, really, really ugly. Okay, well here's a different one. Let's see what this will do. We can make this look a little better. Let's see, some of these have really, really fat brushes, and I don't know, what the point of that was, but anyway. Trying to make the different flowers have different kinds of leaves. Okay. Well, this is, oh, you know how in your head it looks like it's going to be something and then it's something completely different. Well, this is my page of kindergarten flowers out of nail polish. Okay, let's see if we can make some grass here. All righty. I wonder if that's, nope, not dry. Okay. Okay, folks. Um, well, it was fun, and I'm almost finished with my journal, and I'm excited about that. My scavenger hunt 2018 journal, and so got those last 3 pages to do, and when I get them done, I'll come back and flip through the whole thing again. Um, God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.